Hey everyone, RogueGold here, welcome back to the Division 2, and today we have the patch notes for Title Update 22.2, which is going to be arriving to the game tomorrow. And mostly across the board, this is all bangers, right? I looked through the patch notes, and most of these things seem fantastic. There's still one or two specific things that I'm really hoping to see that are not listed here, and we'll talk about those. But across the board, we got stuff like fixes for the Lexington distribution issue. We've got nerfs to some of the most aggressive and annoying hostile modifiers. They're prepping the winter event for next week. We got a lot of good stuff. So, without further ado, let's get right to this. Alright, so here we are with, as you can see, the TU22.2 patch notes. This is arriving to the game tomorrow, Tuesday, December 3rd. The devs have not yet posted about this over on Twitter, but expect the servers to go down at the normal time for the estimated 3 hours of downtime. Once they're back up, TU22.2 will be live. And like I said, we got some good stuff, so let's get right to it. We begin with veteran rewards. They fixed this already. I didn't think it was going to come this quickly, but here we go. They say all players eligible for the veteran reward will receive a second copy of the LVOAC or the Lexington in their in-game mailbox. They say to ensure proper scaling, log in with your highest level character to receive a version of the weapon appropriate to your current level. So, there you have it. If you missed out on the Lexington last week because of the full inventory issue, then come tomorrow, once this update is live, you're going to log in. Again, make sure you do it on your highest level character. I'm not sure what that means in terms of if you still have a character that is like level 30 something, are you not going to get a level 40 version? I don't know as of right now, but at the very least, people at level 40 who did not get it, log in and it should be waiting for you in your mailbox. That's a good fix. I'm glad they got around to it that quickly. Moving on, we then get to the winter event. So this doesn't begin tomorrow, but it will begin very soon. But this update will, I think, prep everything on the back end for it to go live. The annual winter holiday event celebrations will be back in the Division 2 this December, and with it, the return of festive-themed cosmetics. We did kind of preview everything that is coming with the winter event this year in my dev stream recap the other day. I will link that in the top corner and down in the description in case you want kind of an overview there. But as they say right here, it does not begin tomorrow, but it begins next Tuesday, December 10th, and ends on the 26th. It will be available for all players regardless of ownership of the Warlords DLC, because all of the objectives will be located in DC. And, again, this was explained in the dev stream, but they say the event consists of 2 project chains, an easy track and hard track, each featuring 6 projects to complete. These objectives consist of time trials, where players must complete specific missions and beat the targeted times to succeed. And this will bring with it a fully new outfit. There's a new named item to collect, so bunch of stuff. We'll, of course, be doing further videos and guides once that gets a bit closer next week, but keep an eye out for that. Moving on to modifiers. Here we go. This is going to be pretty good for a lot of people. So the team leader now has control over activating or deactivating the modifiers for the group members. This is very good. This will now function the same way that global events do, for example. So some random person joining your group who has modifiers active will no longer impact everybody else. The decision of if they're active is solely down to the group leader. But that's not it. We have nerfs for both Requital and Master of None. Starting with Requital, the stacks have been increased to 30 from 10, and the damage per stack is now reduced to 2.075% for a maximum of 2.25% reflected damage at 30 stacks. That doesn't seem like very much. That should be mostly negligible now, if I'm reading that correctly. I mean, we'll see in game tomorrow. Either way, even if it were to be a similar amount of damage, the increase in stack should allow you to recognize what is happening sooner so that it's not ramping up that damage quite as fast. So hopefully, in combination, these changes make Requital a lot better to handle, not quite as frustrating, but there you go. And then for Master of None, they made it so that it now applies Disorient at the long range instead of Paralysis or Shock as it currently is in its current implementation. So I assume people will still be kind of frustrated by that one just because of how frequently it will trigger, but at least you're not stun locked, right? You can get back into cover and hopefully not be dying as much to it. So that's good. I'm glad they addressed these things while the season is still live, and, you know, hopefully, like they were saying in the dev stream, a lot of these learnings will play into how they develop the modifiers for future seasons, given that we're getting all new ones in, 2-3 months here. Now, the one thing I wanted to point out, because it is still not listed here, the big issue that they still need to fix is the fact that some icons for these hostile modifiers are not appearing over enemies' heads. It will be less frustrating now that Requital is not as strong, but that one in particular is highly frustrating to run into, where an enemy has it, but you can't tell they have it until you start shooting them, and sometimes you kill yourself before you even realize what's going on. So I don't know if maybe that is going to be in here, even though it is not listed. I don't know what the deal is with that, but that needs to be either fixed or at the very least addressed. Put it on the known issues board. Tell us what's going on with it. I can't stress how important I think that is for them to talk about with the community. All right, but then moving on, we get to Vanity as our final thing here. Fix the issue with the Hyena redeemed pants clipping with multiple shirts and boots. They fixed the issue with the Virtuoso pants clipping with multiple shirts, the Virtuoso hat clipping with multiple glasses and masks, and the issue with the Isaac brick not being present on the low life backpack. And then finally, under other, added other minor UI fixes, which might play into a little bit of modifiers. I think they were saying they were going to do a few things there, but either way, that's coming as well. But there you have it, my friends. Pretty short, but very sweet, right? Most of these things, in my opinion, seem quite good. We got the fix for the Lexington distribution so that hopefully more people can get their hands on that and start playing around with it. We got the prep for the winter event the following week. We got a lot of good changes coming to modifiers and all of that. So I would be very curious to hear your guys' thoughts on what is coming with Title Update 22.2, which again is arriving to the Division 2 tomorrow. Hopefully it smoothens things out moving forward. That's all I've got for you in this one, folks. Again, I would be very curious to hear your thoughts about what's coming to the game tomorrow. And additionally, if there is anything else not listed on here that you think is still of a high priority and that you hope to see fixed up soon. Again, for me, it would have to be the enemies not showing the hostile modifiers above their heads. That has to be a big priority. But whatever you're thinking, as always, curious to read it down below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to stay up to date on everything coming with the Division 2 in the future, including patch notes, builds, breakdowns, whatever, then I hope you will consider clicking that subscribe button if you're not already. If you couldn't tell, we got plenty more coming your way. But that is just about going to do it for me today, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. RogueGold. Ow.